awesome, unlike her counterpart in the Elektra movie. Jennifer Garner could have been a great Elektra, but in the end, she didn't save the movie. She had a few awesome moments here and there, but that was it. It's more like 2 or 3. Anyway, about the actual show, there's some stuff that didn't make sense. Like the stuff with Daredevil and Punisher. There is a scene where Punisher's like, hey, you have to kill these guys, you gotta do it my way. And then Daredevil slams his head into a brick wall. He's knocked out, puts him in an elevator, beats up the guys. And then after that, he never goes back to the elevator. They don't do it like a cliche, oh, they escaped, they left while this was happening. He just never goes back to the elevator. Because that was like, what, episode 2 or 3? Punisher could have already been arrested and put on trial that fast, but the show didn't want it going that fast, I guess. It should have went that fast. This show was trying to focus on the Hand and Elektra, so why not go as fast as possible? Problem I had with the show is they used Punisher way too much. I really like Punisher. It's still my favorite show out of the 3 I've watched so far. Of course, I haven't seen Daredevil season 3 yet, but I don't think it's going to change my opinion. But Punisher was in this show way too much. It's Daredevil, not Punisher. Then, the closest Punisher and Daredevil get to actually knowing more about each other besides the whole no-kill rule. Because we do get an intense scene, and they try and understand each person's reasons for killing and for not killing. But they don't really know about each other. Daredevil doesn't really know about Punisher's, background in the military and all that, besides what Karen tells him. He doesn't know everything about Punisher. Just like Punisher doesn't really know about Daredevil's superpowers, with knowing when people lie and being able to hear stuff far away and all that. Because later, when Punisher goes to kill the so-called blacksmith, Daredevil's like, hey, he's lying to you, he's not the blacksmith. And Punisher doesn't believe him, because he doesn't know that Daredevil has that power, which makes sense. But in the very final episode, in episode 13, Punisher says, see you around, Red, while he's on a rooftop very far away. It makes sense because Daredevil can hear him, but it doesn't make sense because is Punisher just talking to himself? What also didn't make sense was that Karen herself says that they need someone that wasn't on the trial. She doesn't change her mind like she does many times in the show, or like any of the other characters do. She says herself that she has to find someone that wasn't on the trial that was connected to Punisher. So she goes to the colonel that was on the trial. Makes sense, right? Anyway, he ends up not liking her story and how she's trying to make Punisher look like some hero, so he's about to kill her. Punisher ends up killing him. That is like a big moment. It should have been in Punisher's show, not Daredevil. And if they wanted to do someone that wasn't on the trial, they should have did Billy Russo. But then maybe Punisher would have realized he was evil earlier, and we never would have got a lot of season 1 and season 2 for Punisher. I also didn't like how in episode 13 and 12, they really try and shove in your face that the Hand doesn't want to kill Elektra. Yet all the way back in, I think, like the 6th episode, she got poisoned. Because they did exactly that. They tried to kill her. She let her guard down because Daredevil didn't want her to kill someone. So then after that, she gets stabbed with a poisoned sword and Stick has to save her. what happened to, not wanting to kill her. And the final thing is the thing I was hoping for them to address in this season. They do not even once. They don't address the fact that Karen killed someone in self-defense and how she's dealing with it, and they don't address the fact that Daredevil killed someone, even though the person he killed came back to life in this season, and they still won't address the fact that he killed someone. But other than that, I really liked the season. Pretty entertaining.